guys, welcome back to my channel. Sass here. I'm here to do a review of 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After. And let me just say this disclaimer, okay? TLC have lost their minds. 2 hours, hour and a half, whatever, of nothing. I mean nothing. This was me throughout the show. Terrible. Okay? So I'm just here to tell you right now, if any of the couples are not bringing it and I'm not feeling it, then I'm not going to talk about them. And if a couple somewhat brings me something, 2 minutes. That's all they get. There is no way I am going to sit here, waste my time reviewing this when there's nothing to review. Nothing to review. Child. Let's get to the most boring ones. Let's knock them out the way first. Shall we? Nicole and Azon. Child. Honey, he's doing everything he can not to see his woman. I mean, let's just call him Mr. Excuses. Okay, so she takes the beautiful little girl to the playground and she calls Azon. And so, she's talking to him and she was like, I sure do miss you. We need to get together, okay? I need to have some cuddle time. This little FaceTime and it ain't working out. So we need to get together. Here he is. Yeah, okay, sure. Whatever you say. So apparently they have tried to, hook up or get together. It ain't gonna work in the United States. She can't go there. So they gonna find places, another country where, they can, meet up. Now apparently they had this little meetup at South Korea. But something happened. Well, don't know what happened, but they sent his butt back home. Now listen, when the producer asked Nicole, well, what happened? This was her. Oh. Y'all, what's wrong with her? And why don't anybody give her any glasses? Why is she always squint? Girl, you need some glasses so you can see the train wreck that is ahead of you. You need some glasses so you can see how naive and delusional you are. You need some glasses so you can see that this man don't want to have nothing to do with you. Quit squinting. Quit sitting in that confessional. Oh, no. No. Honey, girl, I can't. Do y'all see what I see? So, of course, she's throwing out, different places. And he's like, sure. Okay? Whatever. So, they come to a agreement on where they want to meet at. I can't even remember. Did I put it in my notes, y'all? Let me see. Child, I didn't even bother to put it in my notes. Child, if you know, let me know. Okay? So, here she is. No money. Because, she's done spent money on South Korea that never happened. She said she spent $2,000, thousands of dollars. And then, when she went over there, she spent all kinds of money. No money. Okay? That's why she's living with her brother and her sister. Okay? So, she was like, okay, I need to get me a job so I can have money to go and, meet up with a man who don't want me. Don't want to have nothing to do with me. So let me go to a temp agency. So she goes to the temp agency. The woman's asking her all kinds of questions. Did you bring your resume? Oh, no, I did not. So she was like, okay, I'm going to need that resume. So when you get back home, go ahead and email it to me. She's like, okay. So, all right. So she was like, okay, what's your qualifications? Talk to me. What you got? Would you like to have, an office job, a receptionist job? And she was like, oh no. Oh my God. did. What do you do? She was like, well, you know, I worked in retail. So, honey, child, that woman had it. She's like, this girl, what is going on? And she was like, okay, let's talk about your education. Okay? She was like, oh, well, you know, I graduated high school. I mean, I can barely see getting here because you notice I squint. Child, I can't with Nicole and Azon, okay? Moving on, all right? Moving on. On Andre and Elizabeth. This is real sweet, short and sweet, under a minute. Okay, Andre and Elizabeth is at the doctor's office, and they are going to find out the gender of the baby, getting the ultrasound, you know, done. And come to find out she's having a baby girl. Alright? Yay! Happy for you. Okay, so they're excited. Alright, so they go to the family and they're having a gender reveal party. Alright, you remember she got them sisters, honey. The little saucy sisters, okay? So they had the gender reveal party and they found out she's having a little girl. Okay, everybody's happy. Now Andre, you know, he grew a little nutsack. And he was like, you know what, I'm going to be a father. I'm going to have to talk to her father and tell her, we are in no longer of your assistance. Okay, I'm going to stand on my own 2 feet. Okay, I got this. So, you know, he tells his father-in-law, you know, we're about to have a kid. You know, I want to take care of him. I'm the man of the house, so we good. So the father was looking at him like, oh, okay. All right. And the father was like, you know, he don't have a job. All right. He's about to have a child, my grandchild. He don't have a job. And, you know, I'm here to help. But he, you know, he can't do nothing until he gets a green card. I mean, the father will still be assisting him. I guarantee you. Okay. I mean, it's all good for Andre to, you know, want to, you know, say, hey, I want to take care of my family. Okay, fine. Get a job. Okay, that's a good step. All right, you're living rent-free. So what else is there? Child, moving on. And Payo, 2 minutes. Okay, as we know, Payo do not want to go back to Oklahoma because she feels like the family don't accept her. Okay, because the mama made a snide comment about her cleavage. Well, Payo, you know, when you are meeting your man's parents and their family, you know, they want to see you. They don't want to see your tits. Okay, maybe if you didn't have your chest up to your chin, they wouldn't be saying anything like that, okay? Maybe that's it, all right? So, of course, Russ was like, you know, we come from a conservative background. We're not used to seeing someone dressed like you. You know, you're taking pictures with your tits, you know, painted over body art or whatever it is. So, you know, they're a little taken back by that, but it's going to be okay, boo. All right? We're going to go to this baby shower. You know, y'all need to talk. Hopefully everything will work out because, sweetheart, you're stressing me out. Okay? I'm tired of having this same conversation with you. I'm tired. T-I-D-E, tired. Okay? So, they get to Oklahoma. Here's Payo whining, complaining, wash, rinse, repeat, child. All right. So, of course, Russ's parents wanted them to stay with them, but of course, Russ was like, we can't do that because all of the tension, you know, just so Payo can be comfortable, I'm going to get a hotel room. That's what I'm going to do. So, she's standing there, she's unpacking, and she was like, I don't know what you're going to wear, but for this shower, we're going to match. And he was like, excuse me? I'm not going. Here in the United States, women do the baby shower. Men are not there. And she was like, what? I mean, I cannot believe you're going to leave me alone with those people. You know they don't like me. You know they judge me. You know they're going to have something to say. But you're going to leave me alone so you can go off and be with your friends? Oh, okay. All right. She didn't like that one bit. So he was like, you're going to be fine. You know they don't like me. You know that they judge me. You know they're going to talk about me. You know they're going to talk about my breast. I'm sick of it, okay? How you gonna leave me alone? I mean, I understand you won't be with your friends, but I'm here, okay? You told me you wouldn't leave by my side. So he was like, you're gonna be okay, all right? You're gonna be just fine. So, you know, she's pouting, whining, complaining, but oh, Russ ain't finished, okay? Russ is like, well, you know what? I got a little secret I'm keeping, okay? I've been offered a job here in Oklahoma that pays very well, okay? I just don't know how to tell him. Well, Russ, there's really nothing to tell, okay? Payo has already told you she do not want to live in the thick of the sticks, outback country of Oklahoma, okay? She's happy, you know, fine, modeling. She got a job in Miami, okay? That is what she wants to do, okay? She haven't even talked to your family in 2 years, and here they are throwing her a baby shower. Yeah, okay. Yeah, she's going to pack up her stuff and move to Oklahoma. Child, Russ, you might as well get over it, okay? Get over it. All right, let's talk about Jay and Ashley. 2 minutes, okay. So Jay is still begging Ashley to forgive him and to treat him as a man. All right, so he goes to the barbershop. The same barbershop that he went to before he got married. Okay, the same barbershop where the fellas told him, look, you are 20 years old. Okay, you are from Jamaica. All right, they don't like us here. So you need to not get married and go back home. Okay, what did Jay do? No, he in love. Okay, so he did the opposite. So now he's going to the barber shop to fill them in and to let them know he made a huge mistake. You know, it's not really working out with Ashley because he went on an app. And so one of the barbers was like, what kind of app? A dating app? And he was like, well, at first I didn't know it was a dating app. It says to find friends that are near you. Let me say that again. Jay thought that this app was an app to find friends near you. And so, of course, the people at the barbershop was like, look, I don't know who you think you talking to. I was born at night, not last night. You was on the dating app, boy. What's wrong with you? You married. You ain't got no business around an app. What you know about an app? So, of course, they're trying to talk to him, and he's sitting there looking like Ned in the funny papers. So he's like, you know what, I'm going to make this up to Ashley. You know, I ain't got no money, but her favorite food is Chinese. So let me go ahead and spend $12.65 on this food, have it all nice, you know, light a candle, and we're going to eat, and we're going to make up. So she gets there, bitter face. And he was like, you know, I ain't got no job, I ain't got no money, but I got you Chinese food. You know, I am trying here. I'm trying to make this marriage work. How many times do I have to say I'm sorry? Exactly, Jay. How many times do you have to say you sorry? Why are you still there? Obviously, she don't want you. She don't want to work it out, okay? Now there's paperwork involved. What's the name of that paperwork, y'all? Let me see. Adjustment status. Adjustment status, okay? So, adjustment status is, you know, it's the paperwork from the visa to get the green card, okay? Now, once that paperwork is signed by Ashley, okay, she has to, you know, take care of Jay for 10 years. He is her responsibility of 10 years. And she was like, absolutely not. I don't know if I want to do that. You know, we just got married and he's on this dating app. Now let's say he leaves me and go stays with some other hoe, and I still have to be responsible for him for 10 years. Honey girl, you better not sign that. Are you kidding me? That null and void. Null and void. Okay, so she's still contemplating on, signing the adjustment status, which I don't think she is, because I've already read they're in the middle of a divorce. Child, hush. And here is Jay. Jay talking about, if she don't sign it, it's in limbo because, he can get a job, he can start contributing to the household. Chantel and Pedro, as we know, that little Savannah trip, it did not go well. So they are traveling back home, and Chantel's mom calls, all right? And she was like, hey, how are you? Chantel's like, I'm fine. And she was like, Mom, you're on speaker. You're on speaker. Pedro's here. So she was like, oh, hey, Pedro. Pedro didn't say nothing. He mute, okay? So Chantel's mom said, I want to invite you and Pedro to Thanksgiving dinner. And honey, Pedro pepped right up and was like, what? What? Chantel was like, oh, okay. She was like, yeah. And then Chantel's mom says, Pedro, would you like to come over our house for Thanksgiving dinner? Mute. Pedro didn't say a word. Helen Keller mute. Honey, didn't say a word. Here's Chantel making up a lie, talking about he asleep. So her mom gets off the phone, and he was like, why is your mom inviting me to Thanksgiving dinner? They don't even like me, okay? The last time I was there, I busted your brother in the face, okay? And my sister clawed up his chest, and your mama ripped out my sister's weave. Why would I sit at the table with them people? And so Chantel was like, listen, it's my family, okay? It's my family. And it's Thanksgiving. Here, we celebrate it as a family. He was like, psh, psh, I ain't going. So later on, Chantel, she looks real pretty. Pretty little dress. She's all dressed up. Pedro sitting there pouting. And she was like, are you not coming? And he was like, I told you no. Okay? I'm not going to Thanksgiving dinner. Okay? Absolutely not. Well, before that, she had visited her brother. Her brother's name is River. I like that name. And he's a cute little fella. And he's, in the studio rapping. So he's rapping. She goes to visit him. And she was like, listen, I miss you. I would, if you would have told me you was doing this, I would have supported you. And he was like, no. He was like, I don't even know who you are right now, okay? The last time you brought Pedro around, it was a huge fight, okay? We kicking over tables, punching in the face, people screaming and yelling, and I needed your support, okay? It was like you wasn't even there. You took his side over your brother, and he was like, yeah, I know, it's your husband. But I'm your brother. And him screaming at mom and dad, it wasn't right. Okay? And he gets up and get in my face, and he was like, no. He was like, and you took his side. So, of course, Chantel is trying to explain to her brother, it's my husband. And no, what he did was not right. And if it was anybody else, they'll be in jail or I'll be in jail. She said, but this is the man I married. And we just got to get along. And he was like, nah. He was like, I'm not feeling Pedro, all right? I don't like him. Mom and dad ain't saying it, but they don't like him either. Don't nobody like him but you, so you deal with them. So Thanksgiving come. Of course, Chantel, goes, by herself. She feels embarrassed because Pedro is pouting, and he said he ain't going nowhere near the family. He wants to go home, and visit his family. He's lonely. He's, somewhat depressed, I guess. He misses his family as well. So it's just a big old mess. So they're at Thanksgiving dinner. Her mom and dad, sister, brother. The sister's boyfriend was like, hey, where's Pedro? And she was like, oh, he ain't coming. It's just too soon. With everything that happened, he just didn't feel like coming. So they were sitting down to dinner, and may I say, that dinner looked good. Duh. I was like, you better put that food up in your mouth. Oh my God. So anyway, they were eating, and okay, so the parents are just talking to Chantel and just letting her know how they felt about Pedro, the situation, the big fight. And so the mama just pulls out, a stun gun and was like, shh, anybody who acts a fool up in this house will be taken out this house. So, child, that's Chantel and Pedro. Now, let's get to Larissa and Colt. As we seen last week, Larissa, she's talking to the producers, and she's saying that she cannot talk, in the house in front of them, because she feels like that Colt and Miss Debbie is plotting against her to deport her. So she can't talk to them. She's in fear. So she gets out of the van. She goes back into the house. And of course they're like, Colt was like, where you been? Are you okay? She storms upstairs, pouting again. Miss Debbie was like, this is a horrible woman. Okay. Look at how she treats you. Here's Colt. I feel responsible. All right. I feel, I take full blame. I feel guilty for calling the cops. Blah, blah, blah. It's the same old story, okay? He's worried about, how she's feeling because, the court date is coming up and, she could be deported. But then he's worried about his mama, as he should. Okay, so he takes his mom out for Mexican, and they have a big old margarita. Honey, did y'all see how they sucked that margarita down? Honey, they needed all that alcohol. So, Mama Debbie, I feel sorry for her. She didn't ask for this. Colt put her in this, okay? Okay, Colt brought this monster into their lives. All right, and it has to stress Debbie out. Okay, she's crying. She's worried about her son. She don't like it at all. She don't like Larissa, and she don't need to like her. Okay, Colt did this, and instead of him feeling guilty about calling the cops against lunatic Larissa, he should be feeling guilty about how it's making his mother feel. His mother is vintage. She don't need to be going through all this mess. This childish mess that he done brought in because he insecure and he ain't got no balls to tell lunatic Larissa to take her feet to the street. So Larissa is outside on the, wherever they at, the backyard. Here comes Colt, drinking some. Have y'all noticed how he drinks his drink? He's like this. Very strange. He's a strange character. So she is telling him that she feels like that Miss Debbie and him are plotting against her and trying to deport her. She said you lied to the cops. You said that there was that I had hit you. I had struck you. That wasn't true. You said you was going to take care of me. You signed the papers. You signed the papers. And he was like, listen, when I got married to you, it was not to buy you, all these expensive things. You're supposed to be my wife. And of course, she blows up. She storms inside. She goes to bed. And so he was like, I don't even understand what we're fighting about. I don't feel sorry for you, Colt. I don't feel sorry for you one bit. This is so stupid. So, the day of court. So, it's the day of court. And Colt is not going to take her to court because he does not want to testify against his wife. And if he's there, he thinks they're going to ask him to testify. So what does he do? He asks Miss Debbie to take her to court. Boy, Miss Debbie is a better woman than me. I would tell her to get an Uber, a taxi, some shoes on, and walk. Okay? If the Uber and taxi didn't work, she could walk. You're going to have your mother haul this woman to the court where she assaulted you, allegedly. She has done nothing but make this woman's life hell. But you're going to ask your elderly mother to take her to court. That's it, y'all. Okay? That is the review. Alright? This season is whack. This happily ever after. They should have just brought in a whole new crop of people. Alright, guys. Alright, I just got work. So I am going to edit this, put this up, and I'm going to go to bed. Okay? Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. I'm trying to review this show. I'm trying. But, y'all, I may have to drop 90-day review. Y'all, I may have to drop 90-Day Fiancé. I'm still contemplating. If they don't give me something next week and it's 2 hours, child, it's a wrap. It is a wrap. Oh my God. Y'all gonna have to thumbs this up, leave comments. Y'all gonna have to do something because, y'all, this is rough. Okay, so let me know what you think. All right.